Hey coaches, welcome back to the Coach to Coach series. Inside this episode, I'm going to help you promote and fill your offers, not by sharing what is in your program or all the stuff that you might be giving inside your program, but by sharing who you are as a person, what you value, and what it is like to work with you and your business. And that's because the best clients that you work with, they're not sold on your program. They are sold on you as a person, who you are as a human being. They want to work with you because of what you value. They want to work with you because of what your experiences are. And it's truthfully because they want to be like you. You have something that they want for themselves. Maybe it's an amazing relationship with your partner. Maybe it's a business that's running without you having to do a lot of work inside of it. Or maybe it could be your ability to travel multiple times per year. Regardless of what it is, these potential clients are looking at your feed and your socials, and they've decided for themselves, hey, I deserve that. I deserve to have what this person has, and they deserve what they see in you. They deserve to have the best business like you. They deserve to have the ability to travel and live their life and to have phenomenal relationships with their partners. Why not? Also, things like being as healthy as they can be so they can wake up feeling energized and feel great about themselves every single day. So when it comes to marketing and promoting your programs, and when it comes to talking about your offers or your groups that they can join to help get support, what they are looking for is for you to show them two things. Number one, show them the how, but the second thing is also show them what it takes to get there. And you guys know what I'm referring to when I say there. Whether it's your client wanting to lose 10 pounds, maybe they want to get rid of IBS, maybe it's something like they want to stop smoking, or they want to walk their kids down the aisle, be the best looking that they can be. There is whatever the result you are promising them through your program or through your service. So when we market, it can't be just about the tools. And a lot of coaches will tell you to focus on the tools. Even they'll tell you to build out something like a launch post, and they want you to focus on like the 6-step process to fasting, or talk about everything that's in your custom 8-week training course, or even start breaking down in your posts all of the modules that you're helping with X, Y, and Z with a bunch of homework pages. It doesn't make sense to promote that stuff because in reality, there are many coaches who have those same tools. They have the same tools. They have the same information on intermittent fasting. They're helping people with nutrition, helping people with the training. So they can help with the same challenge your clients have. And that's why we can't talk to them in the same way. So for them to pick you as their coach, for them to be able to put up their hand and say, I want to work with that person that I see on my feed every day, here's what you need to show them. Number one, you need to show them what you value. Showcasing your values is not just saying, here's what I value inside of what's going to give you results. It's what you value as a person. So for myself, valuing fast action, valuing speed, I value things from learning from others and their experience. Because when we showcase what we value, what we are teaching the people is what are the set parameters that you need to have as a person in order for you to see the transformation that you want. Because the reality is there are a lot of clients who have joined programs, who have hopped on with other coaches expecting a specific result, and they didn't get the result that they were looking for. And it's not because they weren't given the information. It's not because they weren't given the tools. It's because whatever the value system was of that coach or that mentor, they didn't properly explain what it took to apply the tools, what they're going to have to change in their mindset to be able to use the tools effectively. And so what happened was that person went in and got the right information, but they weren't at the right place in their journey to apply it. This is why sharing values as a coach is something that's so important. Because if you value, for example, information, and you're giving a lot of information to your clients, you better make sure that the person coming into your program also values information too. Otherwise, they're going to look at that and say, well, I'm not really looking for this. This isn't really something that aligns with where I want to go. Your value system is about teaching and training your potential clients. These are the traits that you need to have in order for you to be successful with the tools that I'm going to teach you. Then it comes down to the second thing. You need to showcase in your promotions and in your offers how you operate as a person. This is different from your values because this shows what your style of coaching is going to be like. There are a lot of different people who operate completely different in their ways of coaching. You have some people who are drill sergeant coaches. You have some people who are empathetic coaches. You have people who are very factual coaches who can kind of cut through the BS and say, hey, here's what you want to do. How you operate as a person showcases to them what the definition of being coachable is going to be. So for example, when I'm working with a mentor, I want mentor to tell it to me straight. I want a mentor to show me where I might not be looking myself. I want someone to give me and point me in a direction, but I'm not looking for someone to do something for me. I'm not looking for a coach or a mentor to start automatically building things in my business. I'm the one who makes those decisions, and then I take fast action on that. So when we showcase how we operate, it could be everything from how you invest. It could be everything from how you operate in your health. It could be everything from how your relationships run, what type of boundaries you set. And in showcasing that, what you show someone is how your coaching style is going to be even before they join the program. Because if they can't get behind your coaching style, then even if they have your same values, the way that you coach them is going to come off as combative, and they're going to say to themselves, that's actually not how I signed up. And I can tell you this personally because I signed up with a coach who absolutely, when we were having conversations, he's like, you got to slay your consults. You have to cut everyone down in front of you. And I was like, my guy, this is not me. This is not how I operate. I want to operate with love. I want to operate with compassion. Sure, I'm a straight shooter, but I'm not looking to defeat the people I'm working with. I'm looking to uplift them. And so even though he taught me some really great tools, I was very hesitant on implementing those things because it was not how I operated as a person. And then once you showcase to them in your promotions how you operate as a person, you then have to show them in your promotions and your offers why you operate this way. There needs to be a reason why your methods are the method that should be chosen. And this isn't talking about why they should do fasting or why they should have the nutrition plan or why should they be using the specific tools. That doesn't matter because again, every coach has access to that same information. We want to showcase to them, hey, why I operate this way is because it has fundamentally changed my life in this. So when you set boundaries on your relationships, tell them why that's important and why missing that thing is what's preventing them from the goal. When you showcase how you invest, tell them why investing this way has 10x'd your business, has gotten you rental properties, has helped you expand as a person, and why the way that they're investing currently, maybe they're investing small, maybe they're hesitating on investing in coaching or in your business, why that's preventing them from succeeding. Because what it teaches them is I need to change a couple of ways of things that I'm doing right now in order for me to then become the person who is coachable. And that's so important. So when I attract my coaching clients that hop into our Coach to Coach program, I share a couple of things in my content, okay? And this is the way that I promote. First thing that I put in my promotions is my value of time freedom. And the reason why I share my value of time freedom in my promotions and my offers is because I want to show coaches that the ability to choose what you spend your time on every single day is something that is easily accessible to them. Because the biggest thing that a lot of your clients are looking for, the biggest thing that they want inside their life is freedom from their struggle so they can have the ability to choose something else. It's really hard to say, I want to be able to rock climb if you're 300 pounds overweight. That doesn't work. They can't choose that. They don't have the freedom to choose that. Or it's really hard to say, hey, I want to be able to travel 6 to 7 times a year if they don't have any money. They actually can't choose that. And so when I look at what I valued in my life, especially when I built my coaching business, I recognize that in my business has been able to generate me, has been able to build within my life a level of freedom that I can travel whenever I want, that I can pick up and go and not be limited or tied down to a specific location or a gym or an outfit, and that I could set up my teams and my systems that if I wanted to make an adjustment at any time for any reason, a family emergency, a trip last minute to go see a friend who was having a hard time, I could do those things because I had the freedom to do so. So when I'm working with coaches, my biggest thing is making sure that I'm helping get back more time in their schedule so they can have the freedom to choose. You want to paint? Go paint. You want to go spend time on more passion projects? Do that. But there's something more to than just doing that. And the way that I showcase that in my promotions is I talk to them about making content effortless. I talk to them about having a no BS version of sales where you don't have to be practicing sales every single day, where sales can be as easy as just having a conversation and prescribing someone. Or even getting to this point where you build a value stack system where every day you just get to do what you love. Coach, and you're building trust with those people who are watching your feed and who are attending your seminars. So in your promotions, start to put values of freedom, what it would be like for them to be free of their challenge, their struggle, the thing that is the result of your program. The next thing that I put in terms of my values is my travel. My travel, my ability to pick up and go, to me, that's valuable and that's what I value because new experiences for me keep me fired up as a coach. When it comes to coaching, I learn so much more from putting myself into different scenarios and having more conversations with people than I do if I do the same damn thing every single day. So when it comes to my travel, my ability to travel 3 times a year with my wife, of doing Japan, of doing Costa Rica this year, of going to Portugal, that's going to be next September. All of those things I can do is because I've set up and established systems and I can help our clients in coaching set up and establish those same systems. So that way they can travel and be away from their place of practice. That way they can travel and not miss a beat on their business and also not feel guilty about that. Now, in order to do that, a lot of systems need to be set up. And this is where, as a coach, alongside what I value, I know that I have to be very direct, that I have to have boundaries on my client times and my client space. And so I talk about in my promotions setting up boundaries to make sure that clients are adhering to those, but also I'm adhering to those as a business owner. And in talking about that, people start to get the click and say, oh, wow, I can have those boundaries. I can have that time. I don't have to be guilty when I travel because I know it's possible to build my business that way. And then the next thing that I share is talking about the way that my investments operate. My business has been largely on autopilot, where I just get to do a lot of the coaching because I've developed a really great team around me to help me just show up as the coach. And it's what's made me $1.1 million. And it's also what's got me 4,400 clients in just the health and hormone coaching. I could not have done this by myself. And so what I value is the experience of others, the help outside, the ability to build a team. And so in my promotions, when I talk and share about how I invest, I talk about I hire the right people and I pay them more than everyone else because I want them to do a great job. When I talk about investing in mentors as a part of the process, I talk about valuing the mentor who's going to help me see where I'm stuck, not working with these mentors who are saying, this is how you do this, or this is how you do that, because I already know the action steps. And when it comes to investing, how my money can make more money, how I was able to use the coaching and the trading of my time to buy my rental, to start investing with an investment manager, to make sure that I'm capitalizing on what I'm doing every single day, to make that energetic money work for me. And you can do that with an automated system. So in my promotions, showing people how I invest is really important because it showcases maybe growth mindsets within them that they need to change and adjust to say, "Oh, I need to start investing this way." Or if I want to make this money or have the rental property or be able to have income coming in without just my coaching business, maybe I need to start considering something else. This helps shift their mindset to be open to your offers and what's inside. And that's really what you want from a promotion. You want them to be open to the offer and open to hearing what's coming next. Now, the other thing that I value is my no BS way of running sales. Truthfully, getting clients signed up has never been easier for me when you just focus on prescribing what a person needs. And the reason why I really put a big focus in my promotions is making sales effortless is because as a coach, your coaching should be the same as being able to show up on that call with care as opposed to hopping on a sales call and saying, I really need them to go into this program, so I'm going to try to push them into here. So inside my promotions in my process, I talk about with coaches how easy it could be in a sale. How when people could be listening to what your offer is, they're just saying to themselves, that makes the next logical step. That makes sense to me. You're the professional. You tell me what I need. And so it becomes more of a you being a teammate person than you guys battling and you trying to convince them or push them into joining your process in your program. And so what I value as a client and as a coach is someone who's open to change, someone who takes fast action, someone who values having an investment that is serious enough for them to say, hey, listen, I'm all in. And also someone who values a person who wants to be a teammate. Whenever I hire someone, whether it's working under me or working with me or me working with them as a coach, I want them to be on my team. I want to know that even through their process or through my process, I'm going to still be able to have open communication. I'm going to still be able to reach out to them and tell them what's wrong or what's going on, and that I'm not going to feel guilty or feel hesitant about doing that because I know that they're right way for me. And then the biggest thing that I share inside my content is my way of investing in growth. I've talked about the finance piece for sure, but there are other things that I do in terms of growth. I spent an entire year and a half learning Japanese, so when I could go on my trip in Japan, I could actually have the fullest and greatest experience. When I share that inside promotions, it starts to share within people that it's not enough to just get the result, which is the trip. It's how are you experiencing the result in the trip? Are you going through and you're missing 95% of what everybody's saying because you don't know? Are you just getting thrown with the motions and then the trip is over and you're like, oh, well, I guess that's it. That's not really a lot of growth. Sure, it's some growth, but it's not a lot. Where me, I value the ability of being able to fully experience a trip, talk to people, learn new things, get fully in depth in their culture. That's growth to me. It's growth in both my personal relationship, my emotional relationship, my mental relationship. And see, when I showcase my way of investing in growth inside of my promotion in the way that I'm talking about offers, I get people who start looking for more than just the result. They're not looking to lose the 10 pounds that your program can do. They want to lose the 10 pounds so they can do XYZ, so they can finally be at the wedding, go out with their friends and not feel guilty, or live in a better place that they never thought was possible. Travel and not be worried about fitting into an outfit. It's more than whatever the initial result is. And so in talking about growth inside of a promotion, and saying what the growth is past the end result, people start to think of themselves, well, what is after the result? And this coach is talking about after the result, and other coaches and other practitioners are only talking about getting me there. What are you going to value as a person? The person who's going to get you past the result to fully transform other aspects of your life? Or are they going to get, hey, I just want to work with that person who gets me the single result? So in establishing all of those things inside of your promotions, people start to become connected with you. They start to resonate with you. They start to align themselves with who they are as who you are. And so they want to be like you. They want to start doing more things like you. They want to invest like you. And then they become excited to work with you. If you were to pick one or two of your best clients, these people are always commenting on your feed. These people are always sharing your stuff. They're always the best people to work with. They're getting fired up to work with you every single day as a coach. And that's because they are in complete alignment with who you are. You showed them value. You showed them how you operate. You show them why you operate that way, and they absorbed it like a sponge. So when I promote this way, especially with coach to coach, this is why clients come to me for business coaching support, because they watch my content regularly and they have said to themselves, look, I value this too. Everything that Andrew's saying, I completely value. So every day in my content, I show them that there is more than one way of building their coaching business. So alongside showing them what I value, alongside showing them who I am, I also show them what I'm not about. Because guess what? There are other coaches who do push a completely different way of building business than I do, and that's okay. Like, I know that some coaches tell people to do cold DMing. And I think that's wild, because to me, when I hear someone say do cold DMing, it's like you're going to try to talk and convince to someone to join your program or join your process when they don't even know who you are. Or some coaches may push random number calling or calling your leads every single day till they tell you to screw off. I think that's crazy, because why am I spending energy trying to have someone pick up the phone of someone who may not be ready when I could already speak to the person who's ready and excited to work with me? Some coaches may say, listen, you need to do daily networking meetings multiple times a week. You need to just network the shit out of it. Listen, I'm a networking guy. I love it. I think that doesn't make sense. You're spending 10 hours, 15 hours a week networking, when really you could spend those same hours creating really, really great content and value, and you can build trust a lot quicker. There are even some coaches who absolutely insist that you have to do things like free trials and 6-week programs to be able to build this trust and get people in on a low barrier, and then you just spend days and ages upselling them. I don't believe in that. I believe that there are two sets of clients. There are clients who are working to being ready, and there are clients who are ready right now. And the client who's ready right now will spend $3,000. The client who's ready right now will spend $10K on your program. The client who's ready right now will find the way to do the payment plans, and they don't need the free trial because they've tried trials and trials don't work. So in doing all of these things, to me, like, a sustainable business doesn't look like any of those things, because I believe that doing these things is trying to search and sift through people who aren't ready for coaching. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not here to convince or persuade someone that I need to help them. I only want to promote, build, and attract the person who wants to be fired up and excited to work with me. That's the most important piece. So when doing these promotions, it's all about talking about who you are. Learn to step into who you are outside of your coaching, and you're going to find that you will start attracting people by who you are as a person, instead of having people reach out asking, hey, what's inside of your program, or how many sessions do I get? This message shift that I just shared with you, it's one of the primary reasons why I created the Coach to Coach program. Because I came from working with multiple mentors, and they weren't bad mentors. But they were mentors who told me that the only way to build my coaching business was to become a watered down copy of either themselves or someone else's system. That in order for me to be a coach, that I had to give a cookie cutter plan, I had to sell people into free trials, and I had to convince them to sign up to work with me. It took me 3 years of struggling to make my business work to realize that the way that I was promoting, along with the way that I was pretending to be somebody else, was actually hurting my business. It was costing me relationships. It was costing me clients. It made me feel out of alignment, and that I was almost pushing my business uphill. So that's why I built Coach to Coach. Coach to Coach helps you build and establish your own process and your own open brand in a unique way where you're not going to be like anyone else, where you will start to create content in a natural flow, actually enjoying the stuff that you're talking about, along with having dozens of people who are excited to reach out to you, who are just like your best clients. Being in Coach to Coach is where I can help you do this effortlessly, help you build this business and scale it in a way that's in complete alignment with you, where these promotions are something that are effortless and they can become an organic and natural conversation along with the other natural part of your business, which is just coaching. So if you want more information on Coach to Coach, head over to Instagram. I'm at Coach Andrew Costa. So at Coach Andrew Costa, and DM me C2C. There, I'll chat with you. I'll help learn more about your brand and I'll share more info on the program because I believe that it can help you in the best way. Now, that's all for this episode, fam. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget that we are 1 week away from my free live training called Effortless Content, where I will be walking through my system and process to help you create 15 to 20 pieces of content in less than 3 hours a week. Plus, you're going to get to see the working behind what a solid piece of client converting content looks like, which is absolutely phenomenal. So if you want more information on that, again, at Coach Andrew Costa on Instagram, and DM me the word effortless, and then we'll register you for the live training. It is September 23rd at 7 p.m. EST. That is Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for listening. Bye.